From humble beginnings, Ramesh and Stephen have risen through local, state, and national fencing championships. This is where they train. They practice with donated equipment. They train on borrowed time. And Ramesh is HIV positive.
Wish away the old way, wish for free. You can wish for everything, can you make a wish for me? They wished your life away and it's such a crime. They wished your life away on $1 and a dime.
The issue of HIV in India is one that's often swept under the rug. In 2011, the National AIDS Control Organization estimated that over 2 million people lived with the disease. More than 150,000 of them are children.
In 1993, when I was working in the gastroenterology department, there were 2 children who were admitted under my care. One was a 5-year-old girl called Krishnaveni, and the other was a 3-year-old boy called Ravi. These 2 children had clinical jaundice, hepatitis B infection, and HIV. When we were planning to discharge both the children, there was a resistance from the home where they came because they were more worried about the status of the children and they were more worried about other children who were living as inmates there. So the children were prolonged and kept in the hospital setup even though they became better and had no place to go. When I made a move to decided to take them into my care.
Finding that HIV-infected children were being turned away from orphanages and sometimes even from their own families, Dr. Manorama decided to take action herself. She set up CHESS, the Community Health Education Society. Working tirelessly, she created a small home whose sole aim was to take in and care for children infected by HIV. In 2007, she was introduced to the board of the Emirates Airline Foundation and was invited to present her case to them. She was given more than she could have imagined asking for.
I was able to see the passion which the foundation members brought into the program, because when I was saying, I asked for just 5 grounds. They said, no, go for a bigger facility. The children should be able to play around. We'll give you anything that you need, like bus to travel. Don't worry about all that.
Using money donated by passengers, the Emirates Airline Foundation built Dr. Manorama a new facility in the outskirts of Chennai, complete with housing, classrooms, a kitchen and dining area, and a medical unit. Constantly being further expanded, today, 85 children call it home. With it, the new space brought about an interesting side effect.
One of the things that we noticed after coming to this facility was, my cook said, Madam, children are eating a lot now. Because they are moving around. They are moving around the 2-acre facility. Earlier, they were just stationed in 1 or 2 rooms. Used to go just upstairs and downstairs, that's all. They had no other space. But here, the space is so large, they walk up and down, they have started feeling more hungry. She used to say, I was cooking around 1 or 2 kg of rice. Now I am cooking around 5 when we came in, and now she's cooking around 11 kg of rice or 12 kg every day.
Rohini, the cook, said that after her husband died of HIV, she brought her 2 children with her to the home, where she has been working for 13 years.
ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா நினைக்கிறேன். நான் பாதிக்கப்பட்ட பசங்களுக்காக வேலை செய்யறதுக்காக ரொம்ப பெருமையா நினைக்கிறேன். நம்மளால முடிஞ்சது, நம்மள மாதிரி பாதிக்கப்பட்ட பிள்ளைங்களை நம்மளால பார்க்க முடியுது அப்படிங்கிறதுல ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா நினைக்கிறேன்.
எப்படி சொல்றதுன்னு எனக்கு தெரியல. வீடு மாதிரி இருக்கும். நல்ல ஃபுட், நல்ல விளையாட்டு. அம்மா அப்பா இல்லைன்ற ஒரு கவலையை இந்த இடத்துல பார்க்க முடியாது. இந்த ஹாஸ்டல் மூலிமா ஃப்ளைட்லலாம் கூப்பிட்டு போனாங்க எங்களை. ஹாஸ்டலில் வந்த பிறகு தான் எஃப்எம்மில் கூட நான் பேசியிருக்கேன். இந்த வாய்ப்பெலாம் எனக்கு இங்கே வந்த பிறகு தான் கிடச்சிது.
One of the main responsibilities of the home is to ensure that every child is given antiretroviral treatment.
The drug intake, especially the ART, antiretroviral drug, which is provided to the children by the government free of cost, is given properly by the nurse who supervises that the child takes the drug. Touch wood, no child has gone into the second line of ART drugs. I think this is one of our biggest success. We have children who are infected at birth are now living up to 22 years.
இந்த பசங்களோட ஏஆர்டி வந்து மார்னிங் அண்ட் நைட்டு கரெக்ட் டைம் கொடுக்கணுன்றது தான் என்னோடய வேலைங்க. மற்றபடி பசங்களுக்கு சம்டைம்ஸ் ஹோம்ஒர்க் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவேன். அப்புறம் பசங்க கூட விளையாடுவேன். அதுதான் என் வேலை. ஒர்க் கூட எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா, இன்றைக்கி ஃபீவர்னு வருவாங்க, அந்த மாதிரி மட்டும் இருக்காது. 2 பேர் அடிச்சுக்குவான், திடீர்னு மண்டே உடச்சிட்டு வருவான், ட்ரெஸ்ஸிங் பண்ணோம். ஸ்கூலில் ஏதாச்சும் ஹோம்ஒர்க் இருக்குன்னா கூட அவன் தலைவலிக்குதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு வந்துடுவான். நான் அவனை அடித்து அங்கே அனுப்ப முடியாது. ஸோ அவனுக்கு ரெஸ்ட்டு கொடுக்கணும். அவன்கிட்ட கொஞ்சம் பேசி விளையாடுவேன்.
Children who have been with us for quite some time, after we got this support, death rate among them has reduced grossly. We have had deaths over the last 5 years, but they are children who came in very, very bad shape and died within 24 hours or within a week.
Doesn't know who to look at. These children, who otherwise wouldn't stand a chance, are now living well into their 20s, which finally gives them the opportunity to ask themselves a question that's familiar to us all. What do I do with my life?
ஏரோப்ளைன்றது எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும். ஏன்னா அது வந்து மேலே பறக்கிறதுனால ஒரு ஆச்சரியமாகவே பார்க்குற மாதிரி இருக்கும். அதனால ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும். அந்த இடத்துல ஒர்க் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஆசை. அதுக்கப்புறம் 8th ஸ்டாண்டர்டில் ஒரு டைம் ஃப்ளைட்டில் போயிருக்கேன், சென்னையிலேருந்து திருச்சி. அப்போது அது எப்படி ஒர்க் ஆகுது, எப்படி ஃப்ளை ஆகுதுலாம் தெரியல. ஆனால் ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும். அதை பற்றி தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும், இதில் ஒர்க் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு ஃபீல் பண்ணேன். இப்போது அதாவது காலேஜ் லைஃப்பில் ஏரோநாட்டிக்கல் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டை செலக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன்.
விவசாயத்தை பற்றி தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு அது எப்படி பயிரிடுறாங்க, நாட்டில் எப்படி செடியெல்லாம் உருவாகுது, எப்படி விவசாயம் பண்ணால் நிறைய பேருக்கு போய் சேருது, எந்த மண்ணில் விவசாயம் உருவாகுது, அதெல்லாம் பற்றி இன்னும் நல்லா தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும்னு ஆசையாக இருந்துச்சு. டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக படிக்கலாமேன்னு தோணுச்சு. அதான் அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் பண்ணலான்ட்டு பயோடெக்னாலஜி எடுத்தேன்.
Dr. Manorama's focus isn't only on treating children with HIV, but about fighting prejudice against children infected with the disease.
We were also very careful in bringing the local leaders, the panchayat, the council members into the program, and they're also very supportive. Normally at villages, HIV was a very big, scary disease, but now in this village, everybody loves to walk into our home. I think that's most important. Everybody is supporting this home. So the entire village is taking care of my children.
Dr. Manorama's efforts have also inspired people from neighboring towns and villages to help in any way they can. After using donations to purchase various musical instruments, Dr. Manorama soon found someone who was willing to come in once a week to teach the children music. They've now been featured in background scores for film soundtracks. When it came to sports, Dr. Manorama knew that if the children took part in mainstream sports like cricket or football, they'd find it hard to stand out. Instead, she chose to let them focus on a niche: fencing. Vijay Shankar, their fencing instructor, holds a job at Standard Chartered Bank. And in his spare time, he trains these boys to compete at the national level. When asked why one should donate money to children with HIV, as opposed to children who might have a better chance of survival, this is what Dr. Manorama had to say.
There are donors who talk about giving money to somebody who's doing very well, healthy, who would live longer, or who is doing academically very well, they don't understand the problems of HIV. If donors of Emirates had not donated this money, my children would not have been to the college. As long as they live, their wishes are fulfilled, their dreams are fulfilled. I think that is most important for mankind. It's not when you are going to die or how you are going to die. How fruitful have you lived in your life? How much have you achieved while you lived? And I think this is an opportunity. Any money, every paise that goes into any orphan care or such children who are sick, who are going to die, even if you can bring back one more day of their life, or even one of their wishes being fulfilled, I think it's a phenomenal work.
Wish away the old way, wish for free. You can wish for everything, can you make a wish for me? They wished your life away and it's such a crime. They wished your life away on $1 and a dime. While you're falling and calling and screaming out your soul, they're fighting and backbiting and sealing all your goals. While you're falling, calling, screaming out your soul, yeah, they're fighting and backbiting, sealing all your goals. Falling, you call it